Fairyland Story on the Nintendo Switch. It's part of the Taito Milestones collection on the Nintendo Switch. The Taito Tytronics. I don't know. Maybe that's what it's called in Japan. I don't know. A Hamsters did a bunch of re-releases of old arcade games on other consoles, like the PlayStation 4, and this is another one of those collections apparently. This is a single screen puzzle platformer, apparently, kind of like Bubble Bobble, Snow Brothers, I guess. I try. I own this on the Taito Legends 2 disc, I want to say, but I never really committed to playing it. Of course, that PlayStation 2 disc is interlaced 480p, so it's probably a bad idea. But you saw right there, you're able to press a button to turn enemies into food, then you drop the food, and you kill them. So it's kind of like Snow Brothers, except you don't bounce the snowballs off the sides of the screen. Take control of jump and magic. Take control of a young witch and use magic to exterminate the monsters deep within the castle. Fine. When one monster is left, will disappear after a certain time. This will still count towards clearing the round. Okay, fine. Jump on top of monsters to reach ledges you couldn't otherwise. However, if monsters also jump, while you jump on top of them, you'll be knocked down. Huh. To move to a lower step, you need to make a short jump. Huh? I don't know what that means. When you jump vertically and reach the height of the block you want to ride, press the directional buttons to get a good ride. What? It will be an important technique, so let's learn it. But it's probably not what they said in Japanese. Sort of an imperfect localization, I guess. Getting hit by monsters, monster attacks, or getting trapped under sweets, all counts, and miss cause you to lose a life. Missing while you have 0 lives left results in a game over. Yeah, sure. So don't die. Continue, etc., and so forth. After inserting credits, press the start button while holding the magic or the jump button to continue from that round. Oh, okay. You can't continue in rounds 1 through 7. Well, there's your problem. I didn't know there were 101 screens in this game. Video games don't have to be about scrolling, y'all. I mean, you can have a video game that's just a single screen, which makes sense, I guess, for a PC game or an old arcade game where you don't want to worry about having to scroll anything. Heck, they used to make shooters. I think before when Guardian Legend came out, apparently it was Compile doing sort of a sequel to an MSX game they made back in the day, where you went screen by screen, and it was a shoot 'em up, a top-down shooter, but you didn't scroll. We'll play games like that some other time, but we're here to play this one. I'm always here to play an old video game I've never heard of before. Defeating monsters is usually done the following 2 ways. Use magic to turn monsters into sweets. Then by continuing to hit them with magic, the sweets will crumble. When they turn into sweets, you can push them off the ledge they're on. If another monster's underneath, they'll be squashed. And that's how you get your points, basically. Sometimes when around, the moon will appear. When the moon appears, all monsters will be turned into sweets. After some time, it will disappear and they revert to their original form. So yes, don't dilly-dally. Treasure will sometimes appear. Extends your magic range. Freezes monsters in the ice to stop them from moving. Allows you to shoot fire instead of magic. Sounds amazing. I can spit hot fire in this game. Transform into a mouse, so it's like a Starman in Mario Brothers. Kills them. Hits by fire, use a life. If you try to hit them with magic, they'll become transparent to avoid it. So you got to get close so you can hit them before they disappear, I guess. If you hits by its magic, it'll be turned into a fairy, and your movement will be decreased. You can bring back monsters that are taken out after magic has been used on them. Oh, so we can you can dispel monsters who've been turned into food, I guess. The cleric duplicates itself. You take out the real form, duplicates disappear like Shredder and Ninja Turtles. It appears after a certain time after the round has started. Magic has no effect and they can't be defeated. So it's like Evil Otto in Berserk, I guess. I've never been. I thought I had Berserk here. I can't find it. Maybe it's not on any of my PS2 discs. Button settings. Jump magic. That's all you need to know. So it's actually, I've been trying to play this game in previous videos and it hasn't worked out that well. So let's see if See if Kiki the video game doesn't suck. Wow, I'm off to a roaring start. Let's try that again. I take so many dumb hits in this game. It's kind of amazing. I'm very careless when I play this game. I think it's because in my mind I think it's simplistic, so I don't have to think about playing it. I don't think about having to commit to playing it very well. So I lull myself. This isn't like a shooter where you can play you're always on edge constantly. This feels like a chill game, so you treat it like a chill game and you wind up dying. Liquid kids arguably have the same problem. Whoops! Don't stand underneath the falling fruit. If you shoot enemies while they're on the ground, while they're falling through the air, they're supposed to die. So you have to keep whacking to do with magic, and eventually the food disappears. So you can't continue on levels 1 through 7. See? See what I did there? Pretty dope, huh? Whoops! I was trying to drop the cupcake on him, but he jumped on top of me. Oh well. I'm supposed to be able to jump on top of enemies' heads, though, right? That's how that's done. See? Just transform them in midair, and they transform into food and crumble. That's how it works. Yeah, I didn't get them. Come get some. Haha, suck it. Okay, I can't shoot through that wall. Haha. So that increases the length of my magic spell, apparently. As I thought it did. How many blocks long is it? Whoops! That was just stupid. I mean, that was just stupid. Again, I get careless because the game looks chill and it's not. That's the problem. So we're gonna keep plowing through till we beat the first 7 levels, I would argue, because then we'll be able to continue. So I like the idea of having to earn your continues by surviving the first 7 levels. Ah, again, stupid, 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 stupid. Controls are fine. They're not like they're. It's a basic platformer. They're competent. That's all it needs to be. I would argue is competent. Go away. 500 for killing the fruit. So when you kill the fruit by dropping it, 500 points, which is apparently how you make your money. So if you just keep whacking enemies like this, you only get 100 points. Missed. So if you know what you're doing, you'll destroy enemies as they fall or by pushing them off of the edge. Ready? Whoops! Missed him. Okay. So I missed him that time. Okay, no fall damage. That's good. Eat it. Okay, get over here. Haha! He's gonna follow me. Give me a second. Here he comes. Okay, there's supposed to be a wand here that transformed him. Haha. Yeah, there's supposed to be a wand up there. I guess it only appears randomly. Or maybe it's triggered by doing something in the previous stage. Wow, that was close. Whoops, look out. Whiffed on that. Okay. So it wasn't you have to hit they have to fall more than 1 or 2 blocks, I guess, to actually die. You can't just hit them in midair and they only fall a tiny amount. If they fall a tiny amount, it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, see, it doesn't count. So they have to fall more than a couple of blocks to die if they transform. So you have to push a block more than 2 blocks. Well, you have to push a fruit more than 2 blocks, apparently. Look out. Suck it. So it takes 4 or 5 wand attacks to destroy the fruit, I guess. That's the first 7 levels, apparently. This seems fine. It just feels like a filler game, if I'm being honest. Whoops! The food was in front of him, so I couldn't attack the enemy behind the food. So I guess they're using food as a shield, which is a nice touch, I guess. Can't push it over. He can dispel the enemy. Yeah, he can dispel the enemy. It's been transformed into food. Whoop! And he got me when I was already small, so I guess that killed me. Okay. I got a thing. Oh, that's good stuff right there. Okay, I forgot to pick up that coin back there, so I missed out on some points. It's an old video game. It's a score chase. Guess the whole point is to get the highest score possible. You know how it is. Haha. So I have to double check and see how long the enemies last as food. I want to say it's about 7 seconds. Yep, he got me. And the range on my attack is way lower. You don't let him shoot you. They said there's a system where you can jump on a block and then you ride it. I have no idea what they were talking about. That was stupid easy. Oh, okay. Wraps around. It's a warp. Nah. Yeah, missed him. You gotta get close. Ah! You gotta get close so that they don't disappear when you shoot them with magic. At least that was what I was told. Nah. So hold down the buttons. Insert coin and hold down. Okay. So I entered the coin, held down the button, then press start. Whoops. Didn't know it was that bad. Didn't know it could jump underneath me like that. Missed him. Heads up. Got him. Don't know what happened, but I got him. Not complaining. Yeah, Christian iconography in Japanese games is always weird. I'll take it. It's like it doesn't exist in Japan, but you know. Cultural appropriation, am I right? There you go. Here we good? Here we good. Haha. He's out. That's how we deal with this guy up here. Get over here. That also works. Guess we slowed him down. So there might have been a trick to that. Uh-oh. So to jump down a level, you need a quick jump. What does that mean? Oh, man, I'm hosed. Yeah, I can't get out. I'm stuck. Unless there's a trick to this. Okay, there's one enemy left. Okay. So there's one enemy left, so he just disappears after a while. I want to say I was supposed to ride that guy and not kill him. And then kill him last. So you're allowed to design a level like that as long as you're not stuck. Whoops. I meant to shoot him in midair. The hat on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen is the number of lives I have left, so... It's my last life. Let's go. Suck it. Ah, that was just bad. That was just bad. I have to hold down the button and then press the start button. I put the quarter in. So I have to hold down one of the attack buttons. And then press start. There we go. At least they tell you how to continue in this game. Got him. Careful. Got him. There's still one dude left, so let's take him out. Can't get over there. Hey! Okay. Well, now I know. Remember, turn around as soon as you shoot this guy. There you go. Had to make sure. Haha. What do I do about that last guy? Uh-oh, son. Hey! Okay, that's messed up. That is messed up. Eat it. Okay, it's like Ghosts and Goblins. Look out. Ah! No, you don't. So it's like Ghosts and Goblins. You can't turn around in midair. You have no air control. So keep that in mind. You gotta commit to the jump. Jump on his head, right? Or that. That's how I died last time. So that's how I died last time. I had to be careful about that. Ah, come on. Just lame. It's not that hard. I can assure you this won't be a full playthrough because I'm not that interested, but the game's alright. It's just, whatever. This feels like a filler game. Oh, wow. I think you can only shoot one beam at a time, so you have to be somewhat conservative. You don't want to mash on the attack button, you know what I mean? Well, this Kiki's video game didn't turn out the way I wanted, but it'll do, I guess. Suck it. And you. And done. That's how that's done, son. Careful. Haha. Can't go that way. So I can't shoot through this wood. Heads up! Whoa! That's what's up. Holla at your boy. I got mad hops for days. Gotta earn it a little bit, you know what I mean? Oh, okay. So I have to jump before he jumps. So I wonder if I guess he pauses before he jumps. Maybe that's the tell. Put on normal difficulty last I checked. Who wants some? Yeah, he pauses before he jumps. There you go. That's how you do that. So I still don't know the block riding trick that they were talking about in the manual, which is not helpful. Suck it. Ah! Wasn't paying attention. Was not paying attention. I am curious how long the enemies stay as food before they transform, before the spell's broken. Look at that. I'll take that bonus. That's how that's done, son. So how long is that? 7 seconds? You saw me transform at the beginning of the level. Okay, he's gonna die pretty soon, so if you want the points, go kill him. Whoops! That was just me being very careless with the jumping. So for 7 seconds, the enemies stay put, I guess, once they're transformed into food. Get him. Made that work. Take that coin. Thank you very much. He's gonna die pretty soon, so be careful. Oh, come on! I was trying to do that. Try to do the jump attack, but I was just sloppy. I was trying to shoot him in mid-jump. Oh well. So I don't know how long that Lemmy's gonna survive. Careful! Got him. I'll take that. Doesn't seem to serve any purpose. Like, what purpose would that have served? Looks like it's just treasure. Yeah, looks like it's just treasure to me. Oh well. These power-ups don't seem to show up very often. Guess you just have to play the game normally. So I could have attacked them all when they were falling if I were quick. Seems to be part of the appeal of this game, if I'm being honest. Careful. You suck. Okay, can't shoot through the wall. So this could be interesting. I can't get up here. Okay, there's supposed to be a way to ride this block, right? I have no idea how to get out of here. Okay, I made it. Haha! Okay, so I had to stay at like at the very end of the block. Like, you know, like how Mega Man can hang off the edge of a block by the edge of his pinky, basically. Same principle. Old school 2D. Haha! I don't know what's going on. Someone got eaten. Hey! Like I said, this game's brutal. So we'll give it one more continue, but I'm about ready to call it. It's not a bad game. It's just not a game I'm interested in finishing. Again, it feels like a filler game. Haha. So I get 7K for eating one of the enemies, I guess. It's cool, I suppose. Whoops! That's bad. Again, just sloppy. Adorable. Hey! So I guess I went the wrong way. Brutal. Just brutal. Ah. 7K for eating them. I have to go down here. I don't know what they want me to do over here. I know. Okay, I'm not dead. Okay, now do I get up here? Just a second. Can't get up there. And well, again, that was the trick. The last enemy stays put. But I guess you can do 100% on every level if you know what you're doing. You just have to go in the right order, I suppose. The rate. I'm trying to mash on the attack button. It's not shooting fast enough. That was weird. Yeah, that was really weird. Okay, look, this game is fine, but I'm not interested. It's fine. It's like, it's mid. It's inoffensive, but not particularly compelling. So I'd give it a C at best. There might be something else to it that I'm not getting. It just doesn't seem to be that interesting. I did play Wild Western a bit last night. That game is apparently it's a twin stick shooter, but you have to press the right stick to aim, just don't have to press the button to shoot. But there are simplified controls. But it is something of a twin stick shooter, which is kind of interesting. I'm very curious how the original game turned out. Haley's Comet right here is a top-down shooter that seems kind of interesting. It's a top-down shooter where again, it looks like a traditional scrolling top-down shooter. Let's see. Pilot your ship through the solar system, whatever. If you allow enemies to pass, they call it. Okay. So basically, the idea is to shoot everything down. Otherwise, if it passes through the bottom of the screen, it's kind of like Missile Command. You're basically reducing your life bar if you allow those enemies to pass through, which is kind of interesting. Attack and destroy them as soon as possible. Destroying asteroids also if you upgrade parts for each of your ships. Collect them to increase your ship's power. If your plan damage reaches 100%, the comical impact will cause a game over. This game came out before Haley's Impact. Actually, I think Haley's Comet did appear in 1986, or it might have been 1987. Because I remember back in the day, the first time I heard of Haley's Comet was, oh yeah, this comet's pretty rare. You might only see it once in your life. In 85, 86, 87, right around that time is when Haley's Comet passed. And it's on the right side of the screen. So yeah, I guess it's like a life bar. It's a fail state, apart from just taking damage. But it does seem kind of interesting. There is auto fire in this game automatically without you having to turn it on. So let's see how that do. And there's also a drone button, but I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's to shoot stuff down automatically. Whoops. I think we're supposed to shoot those asteroid fragments to get power-ups. I'll take that. That was a comet fragment. So again, the idea is to shoot it down, intercept them. Apparently, those ships won't attack, but the missiles and the fragments will. So I guess we couldn't stop the colony drop. So yeah, that's the game. We'll come back and play more of this later. Actually, seems kind of interesting. And guess I'll set the table by showing you a bit of Wild Western. But yeah, Fairyland Story is like I see at best. But Haley's Comet seems kind of interesting. Kind of a conventional top-down shooter where you're supposed to not let things go. But you're supposed to not let things go by. So I'm curious how that'll work. So apparently, like I said, Wild Western's apparently a twin-stick shooter. In the arcade version, you press the right stick to determine the direction of the attack, but you kind of have to peek at your character to see which way the gun is facing. It's a stick figure, so it's kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of ambition in this one, actually. It's kind of like a set piece. Simple controls are you shoot in the direction you're pointing. That seems perfectly reasonable for most people. Play as the sheriff, dodging bullets and obstacles to take down gangsters. Once you defeat all the gangsters to clear a stage, you run into an obstacle. Okay, you shoot all the gangsters to clear the stage. The quicker you shoot them down, the sooner the stage ends. Because if you allow the gangsters to survive, then you start seeing obstacles appear, and then the level gets a lot harder. If 3 gangsters make it to the roof of the train, or remaining lives is 0, then it's game over. There are no continues. Brutal. The game is hard like the streets. Water pipe, obstacles, Sheriff. He's the white horse, of course. If you want to ride the white horse. When the gangsters are on the train roof, run your horse next to the train and press the jump crouch button to jump on board. If you don't jump on board, you can't defeat the gangsters that already made it to the roof. When you want to get off the roof, press the jump crouch button when the horse is close to jump on its back. If you press the jump crouch button while on the train roof, the sheriff will crouch down. Make sure to crouch down when a water pipe is coming to avoid being hit by it. Again, stuff like that is kind of interesting, actually. A bit more ambitious than you would expect from an arcade game of this vintage. Which is to say, what, 1982? Turn again. But it is the kind of game that I can understand someone wanting to make as a top-down shooter. But because it's so old, it still has kind of a charm to it. Press the what button do you press to shoot? Just a second. The B button to shoot. I thought I mapped it to the R button. I can change that. ZR button. I can change the ZR button to shoot. You can go rapid fire. We're not going to do that for this part of the video, so we're going to end this pretty soon anyway. Okay, back to the game. So you can move your gun around with the right stick and shoot in multiple directions. Don't touch the horse. Don't touch their horses. Now, if you know what you're doing, you can move in one direction and shoot in the other direction. By default, you shoot diagonally. Ah! Got me. Oh, wow! Ran right into that one. No continues, just so you know. As was established earlier. So I recorded this video with my Plantronics headset. We got a Nintendo Switch outputting at 720p. Well, actually, it's outputting in 1080p, but we're capturing at 720p on my Vanco video capture device. It has a HDMI pass-through. Ah, jeez. We'll play more of this game later. This one might be interesting. I was able to beat the first 2 levels when I wasn't recording commentary, so I'm curious how that'll go. But I keep forgetting to show you all the other games that are included in this collection. I want to make sure you see that before we leave. But yeah, Fairyland Story, blah, whatever. We'll play one of these other... We'll probably end up playing Haley's Comet later. We'll sample them all eventually. Space Seeker's going to be hard to explain. I'm going to have to practice with that a little bit more.